Hey guys, this is Normal here for Technique, and today we'll be doing the camera review of the ASUS Zenfone 6. So we have done the detailed review of ASUS Zenfone 4, 4.5 inch, then we have also done the 5 inch variant. Now we have the 6 inch variant, so we'll do the camera review. So this phone comes with a 13 megapixel rear camera with LED flash and a front facing 2 megapixel camera. So that is the camera specs. So let's go into the details of the camera. First let's have a look at the camera interface. So let's open the camera interface. So this is the camera interface of the ASUS Zenfone 6, and just like the previous models, the 5 and the 4, the camera interface is exactly similar. Nothing changed here. Only the megapixel count of the camera has increased from 8 to 13 when you go from 5 to Zenfone 6. So this is the interface. On the left side you have these options. We have the flash, then option to switch to front facing camera. You have these filters. Lots of filters are available. The pixelize, pencil, cartoon, hue, negative, sepia. Then you have the grayscale. So quite a lot of features. I mean the filters included in this camera. So very similar to what we had on the Zenfone 5 as well. Finally, at the bottom you have the settings. Settings again has pretty good amount of features included. You have the white balance, ISO, exposure value, optimization is there. The camera resolution can be selected from 13 megapixel. If you select 10 megapixel, aspect ratio is 16:9. The 13 megapixel has an aspect ratio of 4:3. Then you have goes up to 2 megapixel. Then you have the image quality, standard fine image quality, shutter sound. Then you have self timer, burst mode, focus mode is also available. Smart autofocus is there. Touch auto exposure, face detection is again. Now let's go to the video. Here you have the white balance, exposure value, video recording can be full HD, HD as well as 480p, that's standard size. You also have video stabilization. You can enable it in case you're recording videos in a shaky environment. Then you have the other general settings, smart brightness. You can turn off or turn on guidelines, the info. Then you have the burst review and a few other settings like the location. You can use volume keys as shutter option, then save to internal storage. Then you have also the tutorial on the camera, on how to use the camera. So that was the general settings. So these are three options available. One is the camera settings, then you have the video settings, and finally the general settings. On the right side you have these options. So one is the first on the top you have this option to view the gallery, the photos taken using this camera. Then you have the camera button. Finally the video recording option available at the bottom, and here at the bottom you have these modes. So one of the best features of the PixelMaster camera from ASUS is that it does come with quite a lot of modes. You can see auto mode, then you have time rewind, HDR is there, panorama, panosphere. Then you have the night mode, even the low light mode is there. Again there is a selfie mode, beautification, miniature, depth of field, and smart remove is there, all smiles, and also finally there is GIF animation. So there are quite a lot of modes to choose from. So it's a feature rich camera. If you go to video settings, you have the auto, low light, miniature, and you can record a time-lapse video. So that's a good amount of features included in this camera. So that's the camera interface. Now let's go directly into the photo samples. We'll take the daylight samples first. So here are the daylight samples. So as you can see from the daylight samples, the samples looks pretty good. There's fair amount of detailing available in the samples, and they're pretty sharp as well. But the real problem with this camera is that the colors doesn't look real. A lot of instances we have showed this even in the ASUS Zenfone 5 review as well. The colors in the PixelMaster camera doesn't look really natural. Some look oversaturated, some look way out of sync with the natural colors. So that happens with the ASUS Zenfone 6 camera as well. Although there is pretty good amount of detailing in the photo and it looks pretty decent, the colors look a bit out of sync on this device too. So here are some of the macro shots we have taken, and you can see the colors are not really the natural colors. So apart from that, there is fair amount of detailing in the camera. So overall it's a pretty decent camera. You can change modes and get better results. Now moving on to the low light images. So here are some of the low light images. So the low light image capabilities of this device is pretty decent. because it has a low light mode, even though there is a night mode. So you can see some of the samples taken in the low light, they have come pretty good. Even though there is noise in the photos, they have pretty good clarity and detailing as well. And here we can see that the colors have come pretty decent. So you can, this is some photos which are taken in the low light mode. So in the low light mode, the colors have come pretty good, and the detailing is also pretty good, even though the PixelMaster camera has softened the images and look a bit blurred and noisier, but it still is pretty decent clarity for a device in this price point. So the low light clarity is pretty decent, although not the best. It does still have pretty decent capabilities. Now moving on to the video recording. So here's the video sample which were taken using this camera. It's a 1080p sample, and as you can see from the sample, there is fair amount of detailing again in this 1080p. It's pretty decent quality. Again, nothing much to really complain about. If you zoom in the photos, if you zoom in while recording, there is a lot of noise included, but that's pretty acceptable for a phone which is in this price point. So that was the camera aspect. Overall, the camera is pretty decent on the ASUS Zenfone 6. Although it's not class leading or it's not the best, it does perform pretty decent in this price point. If you're looking for a better camera experience, we would suggest you to try out the Lumia 730. So that is really better camera than the ASUS Zenfone 6, even though this has a 13 megapixel camera. So the Lumia 730 does perform very well in a lot of conditions, and the color quality is much better than the ASUS Zenfone 6. So that is the camera review of the Zenfone 6. Hope you like this video. If you have any specific questions, just drop a comment and we'll be glad to help you out with your queries. If you like this video, do hit the like button and subscribe to your YouTube channel for more videos, and thanks for watching this video.